will be a joyous one today. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium and the home of the Auburn Tigers. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see, the Oklahoma Sooners taking on the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And he's going to bring this one out. He'll go out of bounds at the 12, and not much doing on that kick return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Pulls it in. It's Pitts. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Looking to throw, it's Bloomberg. Throws for the tight end. With the catch, it's Thorne. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Fires to the middle. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going for a big play downfield. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, you love to see this offensively. On the first drive of the game, your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuffed with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances. And understand, he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! They grab the early lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, man. It's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Makes a catch at the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here, down close in the red zone.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
The RPO fired complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Quarterback keeper. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. They've got a first down here to open the period. Rides the back on the option. The give. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun. Give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Bloomberg. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Sooners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Barges ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over James Madison. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Touchdown Auburn. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Sooner offense to go back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Complete to start this drive.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll line up for a second down play. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Takes the easy completion. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They'll go to the toss. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll pull it down and run. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield, it's Bloomberg. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
Pulls it in. It's Pitts. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play
tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions in the first half of this game. He's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to scramble. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. You've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got some room to run. The 30. He's run out of bounds after the pick. Clock shows 0, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into third and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close.
Oh, he's got some space. A 20. Touchdown, Auburn. They take the lead with the 6.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 10 to East Carolina. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way, but this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking downfield, it's Bloomberg. He unleashes a long one. Reels it in down the left side. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Wants to throw on first down. He's going for it all. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
The Sooners will try to punch it in on first and goal. Snaps it in the shotgun. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Grabs behind the line. It's Wilkins. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I don't don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. The give on the option. He breaks a tackle. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Smith takes the handoff. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Bloomberg. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it on the left. Off and running. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He got a step and just dusted the field. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
Oh, they're after him! And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
Working that left side. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Off the play fake. Here's a hit. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Gonna look downfield again. Bring in the heat. Finds his man. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Handoff from the gun. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tiger. And they've moved out front here on the 4th. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UCF pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Knights did. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Scanning the field, it's Bloomberg. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pitts. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. Finds his man. It's Smith. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. He's looking deep. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. This crowd knows when to bring it. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
And there was a little pressure involved on that last extra point, but he put it through. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
Takes a hit as he fires. Got it in the middle, it's Wilkins. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The give on the inside. There he goes. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Offense changing the play. They'll try the run. gets the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
They'll give it to him again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And it's good. The short field goal for the game. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.